Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-May 2015 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in the lovely Taurus. I am back using my Shadowscapes deck, my regular deck, which I will be using for the next couple of months regularly. So to get kind of back in the groove of doing the same old, same old. But then one of these days I'll surprise you again with a new deck. So you'll see. So anyways, that's what's going on. And if you would like a private reading, feel free to message me, ElizabethOlson31@gmail.com. That is my email address. And yeah, I'd love to get you scheduled. So let's just see, my lovely Tauruses, what we've got for you. Okay, so there's a card that popped out, and I'm going to talk about this card first, okay? Now, this is the Tower in reverse, okay? Now, normally the Tower, when a tarot reader talks about the Tower, it's significant, it's big, it's major arcana, it's like, big, unexpected, boom, boom, right? So the thing about it is that in a way, it's really my fault because I made it worse. I thought to myself, nothing really gets worse than the Tower. But in life, things do. Things get worse than the Tower. It goes from bad to worse. It's a major catastrophe. It's like Hurricane Katrina. It's like, or Hurricane Sandy, or like something bigger. It's not just like, to me, it can always get worse. So I made this card worse because it's the Tower in reverse, and it's worse than just the regular Tower. And just the regular Tower is big. It's boom. It's unexpected. It's sudden. It's the breakup. It's the divorce. Okay. The Tower in reverse, like I said, is bigger. It's on a larger scale. There's a lot of people that are affected. It's more than one person. Usually it's just more than one person that's affected. It's you and somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else. It's like the whole family, okay? So instead of it's just being divorced, being like your family, okay, the Tower in reverse is like your family, somebody else's family, which is affecting that. Somebody else's and somebody else's. It's bigger, okay? This is like a major shitstorm. Major. And I said that word in the last reading for Aries, because we got the Tower. I think Aries got the Tower. So you may be in a relationship with an Aries, or somebody with an Aries sun, moon, or ascendant, or some Aries in their chart, Taurus, okay? You may be attracted to them, or, I feel like this is a relationship. This is, this is major storm. It says to move many times, to constantly be worried about your home, and to being worried about money also. This is to spend time being homeless or not being able to get over a divorce, okay? And I feel like you're not over it. That's the problem, okay? This is alarm bells going off and not heeding caution, okay? This is when, many people are affected, okay? So in some of you, you're not able to get over a divorce that you had, okay? This is what's really going on. You got a divorce in the past sometime, or you may be going through a divorce now, you're not over it. You're still fuming. You're still upset, or you're still just kind of clinging on to it in a way, and you need to let it go. It needs to be really dead and buried. It needs to be buried. Okay, like 10 feet under. And the thing is for some of you, there's alarm bells going off with a relationship that you're in, and you're not heeding the caution. You're like, no, not possible, not possible, not possible. No. And that to me, that's a Taurus. That's a Taurus being no. not possible. But, when I've gotten this card for myself, I will tell you, it's always right. It's always right in the sense that the guy that I liked or the situation that I was in wasn't good for me in the end. And I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to think it was true. I didn't want it to be true. I just wanted that person, and I get that. But at the same time, there are warning bells. There are alarm bells going off in your mind. There are red flags. There are things that maybe he said or she said. This is not just for female Taurus is dating. Okay, this is, for everybody. I mean, guys too. Maybe, you're in a relationship with someone and she said something to you, and you had a feeling. This is having that feeling and not really heeding it. This is like knowing somebody cheated, but like not wanting to believe it, kind of thing. Okay, or knowing that, like wanting to believe that this is a better person than they are. And a lot of times it's because there are aspects to the relationship that are really good, or there's something that you really liked about that person, whether it was the sex or whether it was the discussion or whether it was just hanging out that was fun, whatever it is about that person, or maybe that person just is endearing to you in some way, or that person is filling a hole in your life, and there's something about them that's helping to fill the void, okay, that you like. And so you're ignoring all this other, the reality is you're ignoring all the red flags that are like telling you this is not the person for you, but you don't really want to believe it, okay? This can indicate for some Tauruses I'm getting like a major midlife crisis, okay? This is like a major midlife crisis. Or something that really has happened. And this is, some of you are kind of constantly, maybe you're really in that mode of constantly always being worried about your home, being worried about your finances. Maybe some of you, have spent time being homeless. Some of you, may have spent time, to me, it's homelessness only really talks about, in my mind, when I say it here, it's talking about that feeling of, in a way, hopelessness. Homelessness is like hopelessness. It's like nobody's there for you. You're on your own. You're wandering the streets. You have nothing, For a Taurus, the reason that they're worried about their home and money and being homeless is because they don't want to be in that hopeless position where there's nothing, where they don't know what to do next, they're just kind of wandering. It's a place that a Taurus doesn't like to go to, and I feel like in its mind. Okay, so to me this is like a major deal because to me this is like a major upset. This is not like a rumbling of a thunderstorm. This is the storm. This isn't the lightning. This is like the full on deal. Okay. For some of you, it's negative thinking. That's the storm. Okay. It's not actual, like, tangible. Like, some Tauruses are going, but wait a minute. None of that is happening. Hurricane Sandy's not hitting my house. Nothing like that is happening. I'm good. My family's good. You're telling me, you're like, what are you telling me, Elizabeth? Okay, so here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, A, that the negativity, that all these worries and fears about having nothing, spending too much money, not having a place to live, moving many times, not having security, all of these things are creating a major storm of negativity around you that inevitably is not going to serve you well down the line, okay? It would be better for you to think positive thoughts, to get out of that headspace, to stop feeding the fear monsters and just start, like, thinking positively about your life and what you're going to do in it and how it's going to be great. And, don't go to that place in your head about what if I lose it all? What if? Well, if that happens, if and when that happens, if or when, okay, if that should happen to you, then you figure it out when you get there. You cross that bridge later. You don't spend your whole life worrying about that, because then your whole life is your energy is getting sucked away by the fear monsters, and it's not going to work for you in the end. It's just going to create a lot of negativity that's just going to kind of attract more negativity, okay? So for those of you who also are not over getting a divorce, it's sort of like this dark cloud is kind of hanging over your head. There's a lot of unforgiveness there. There's a lot of unforgiveness. There's a lot of issues about, there are issues about money, and there's a lot of resentment, and there's something about time. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe they didn't take time, or maybe you felt like maybe they felt you weren't giving enough time or your energy. But to me, this is like a messy divorce too. This is some of you have gone through a really messy divorce, okay? Or about to go through a very messy divorce. For those of you who are married and things are not going right, this is a very messy divorce. This is when I tell you to get a lawyer right away, and this is when I say, talk to them ASAP, okay? Because this is not pretty at all. And some of you are going, well, I already have a lawyer, and da-da-da, I'm already doing this, well, I hear you, but this is something that, Taurus, that you're going to have to go through, okay? If you're going through this is something that you're going to have to go through. This is something that you're here to learn from. And this is a karmic situation because you have the Eight of Swords, okay? This is karma for you to be going through this kind of crazy, messy divorce. Now, if for those of you this divorce has already happened, to me, it's something that you need to get over. It's something that you need to move on from and start thinking about new relationships. Let it go. Really, really let it go. Okay? Or some of you have broken up in the past. Maybe you're not over an ex. To me, this is not, it doesn't have to be divorce. This is, you're not over an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, Taurus, at all. And you're still clinging on to that negativity. Okay? So you need to let that go. Okay? And then going back to not heeding the warning bells. Some of you are not understanding that the relationship that you have right now with someone is negative. It's not good for you. And you're not understanding it, and it's not going through. And even if I tell you it's not good for you, you still are in disbelief. And the thing about that is it's causing, you are feeding the negativity monsters, okay? Because the more you have somebody in your life that isn't good for you, it's creating negative karma, okay? And the reason I say they're not good for you is because you have these other cards here that to me kind of symbolize some issues, okay? One of them is that fact that you have this Nine of Cups dude coming in. This is the number one player, okay? Number one player is this dude, okay? Now, it's not always the case that this is a player, because this used to be a card about wealth, happiness, and bliss. However, this usually is a person who's a player, okay? Generally a water sign dude. It doesn't always have to be. This is someone that likes their freedom, that likes to play the field, that usually has more than one lady or somebody on the side. This is where the karma comes in, okay? So we have the karma card, which is what's crowning you, Taurus. And you have the Nine of Cups dude coming in, okay? And it's interesting because in the position of your emotions, you have the Taurus card, the Emperor, But which is a Taurus male, okay? So this is only applicable for Taurus combinations, okay? Where this is a person, okay? Taurus combinations. Could also be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Taurus, Aries as well. But typically, this is a Taurus male, okay? Typically, it's a Taurus male. And now the thing about the Emperor is that I don't like it when the Emperor is in the position of emotions. Because emotions need to come and go and flow. Even if the Tower was in the position of emotions, it's better than getting the Emperor in the position of emotions. Because the Emperor, things aren't moving. Things are stuck. Things are fated to be a certain way. Things are blocked, okay? This is a person getting in the way, blocking you from having emotions for anybody else, okay? So to me, even if it's not a person, let's just say it's God, okay? Let's just say God or it's fate. You could say that. Not allowing you to have feelings for someone. It's sort of like you only have eyes for this person, okay? And particularly, it's most likely this person, okay? Because this guy's very smooth. This is a silver-tongued devil, okay? This is smooth like butter, baby. And I generally don't like this dude, okay? So that's a problem. That's a problem. And you also have this Four of Pentacles card, which is the Miser card, which is someone who's clinging, gripping very tightly. You can see he's gripping very tightly to that coin. And that's what's crossing you, Taurus. So to me, what's going on here is it's sort of like there are issues with money. Some of you have major issues with money and concerns about money, and you're like penny pinching, and you're very concerned about what you've got, okay, in the bank, okay? You need to slow down because you also got the Knight of Pentacles. And I will say this because the Aries got this as well. And now Tauruses generally move very slowly. This to me is about being thinking about, one track and being very goal oriented, total concentration. You may have some other planets in your chart which are making you kind of move a little bit faster than like a Taurus normally would, but I feel like there's some fast moving energy that does not combine well with the Tower, okay? The Tower is like, with this card combines into a train wreck or a major disaster or a car accident. So you need to slow down, Taurus. And it's weird that I'm telling you this. It's not necessarily about slowing down. It's about paying attention to other things aside from that one thing that you see. Maybe it's that one person that you want, or maybe it's that one house that you want, or maybe it's that one car that you want, or maybe it's that one job that you want. You're focused on singular right now, Taurus, and you need to broaden your mind. You need to, instead of looking down and looking at that straight path, you need to really open up, take the blinders off, and start seeing the world for all the magical colors and everything that's out there, okay? It's a magical kingdom, okay? You need to start thinking about it like that, because if you don't, then something really intense is going to happen, and I don't like to even say that, but I just feel like you're not headed in the right direction, okay? You're headed for some major upset, and I don't like to see that, okay? It's sort of like this, Taurus. The more stubborn you are, the worse it's going to be. Because at some point, the universe is not going to give you what you want. Because it's not supposed to be anyways. It's supposed to be that you are going through life and you're going with the flow and you're being flexible. But because you're not doing that at all, the universe is like saying, nope, sorry, Taurus, it's not going to happen. Tough shit. Get over it and move on with your life. That's kind of what it's going to that's what's kind of what it's saying here, okay? Because that's the Tower in reverse. It's a major deal. It's a major, major, major deal. So I know that this may seem negative to some of you, but I'm not sugarcoating it because I'm reading it like it is. Some other signs have gotten some tough stuff. Aries, I'm going to tell you the same thing, Taurus. I want you to think about it like this. If you slow down, it's not slowing down though. It's if you pay attention to the magical world and start becoming more broader minded and seeing things for what else is out there, then the chances of something bad happening are much, much slimmer, okay? Much, much slimmer. I feel like it would actually, the divorce, if you're going through a divorce, is actually going to end up fair, okay? Things getting worked out. The more stubborn and one-track minded you are, the less it's going to go your way, okay? So try to be flexible, okay, if you are getting a divorce. I feel like for a lot of you. And actually, because you have this Justice card, and this is karma, and you have this other karmic card, to me this is all the whole situation that you've got going on right now is very, what goes around comes around kind of thing, okay? It's like you have this negative karma, it's like you're paying it off with this negative situation, and there's resolution, okay? To me, this is legal resolution, things working out. This is the kind of thing where things work out, you know, and it may not seem like it's fair for everybody. It's not fair for you, okay? It may not be 50-50. It may be 60-40, 70-30, 90-10, but at least it's worked out, okay? And it's fair karmically, okay? So if you're going through divorce, even if you don't get whatever you feel like you should get, it's a karma thing. So let it go. Let it go. Because it's not gonna, in the end, it's just holding you back, okay? And you are blocked in emotionally, which means that you're not able to move on in a way with a positive relationship. And it's interesting because the outcome is the Lover's card. The outcome is the Lover's card. But to me, you're in love with the wrong, you can't be in love when you're blocked emotionally. It's not love. You know, it's positive feelings and what you think of as love, but you have to have an emotional connection in order to have love. It's sort of just like, to me, it feels like things are going to turn around in the end. The energy is going to shift to you wanting this. To me, this is what you want, okay? Rather, for some of you, this is what you are getting, okay? Some of you are getting the Lovers, but it feels very much like if you're going through a breakup or a relationship, if you're not in a relationship right now, or even if there's this guy that you like, some of you, it feels very stuck, okay? It feels like it's very karmic. There are karmic debts to pay off. It's sort of like all of that needs to kind of get taken care of. For you to get the Lover's card at the very end means either you're going to just like, you know, learn from it very quickly and meet somebody at the end of May, or at the end of May, this is what you really want, okay? Some of you are going to get engaged, okay? Some of you who are, you know, in a relationship, that where the shit isn't hitting the fan, okay? Where maybe you are already married, okay? You may renew your vows. Those of you who are single, you may get engaged. I feel like this Knight of Swords is going to play a part in that. This is the Knight of Swords is not, I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's somebody else. Those of you who are dating, it may be somebody else that kind of enters the scene. This is, can be Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius male. This is being determined to win. I think this is an aspect of your personality, though. If you were in a relationship that's coming to a close, and this may be either your partner or this may be you wanting to win the divorce or coming out in the end okay, but it may be somebody else that's you're dating. I don't feel like this is the person that you're going to be in a relationship with. This is not the relationship material type of guy, okay? This guy is more of a relationship type of a guy. They're kind of on the aggressive side, but they're more prone to commitment. To me, this is a player. This is player, so this other guy isn't a player as much. It's just very interesting. You got this non-player, this Knight of Swords you got in the immediate future. So some of you may be meeting somebody new. You may have to choose between these two guys, this Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups guy. In the position of your attitude, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is the abundance card, okay? So to have it combined with the Lover's card is really positive, okay? So to me, everybody goes home and lives happily ever after in the end, okay? You do have that. It's interesting because I feel like so far, for every single reading that I've done, everybody has really positive ending for May. But the rest of their May kind of sucks really bad for everyone. And so I'm not sure, planetarily speaking, what the hell's going on here. I know that we're going into retrograde. I don't know why things would actually get better once we're in retrograde, but this is just what I'm seeing. So I feel like this whole Ten of Pentacles thing is maybe you did get some money out of this divorce that you're getting, even though it was a messy, horrible, horrific divorce. And you're moving on to bigger and better things. Maybe you're thinking of getting into a new relationship, or maybe you already did meet someone, and that's a new relationship for you. Maybe it's this Knight of Swords dude. This could be a female, though. The Knight of Swords is also female. So guy Taurus, male Tauruses, this may be you. But I do feel like because that you have this Emperor in the position of emotions, I would be very careful about getting into another relationship until you're really over, make sure that it's real is what I'm trying to say. Make sure that their love is really there, okay? It's not just like, I feel like Tauruses get really caught up in the material aspects of the title of having a relationship, rather than because they want one so bad, rather than the actual tangible details. So it's sort of like minor detail that this guy's already married, or minor detail that this girl already has a boyfriend, or minor detail that you're not looking for love, you're looking for a relationship, but you're not necessarily looking for love. Okay, minor detail, right? So these are actually major details. Okay, so I'm being sarcastic here, and it's major stuff. So Taurus, just be careful that you're really thinking it through about people that you're dating. If you're single and you're dating, be careful about who you're dating. I don't believe that you can jump out of this really messy situation and get right back in the saddle like tomorrow without going through some type of rebound, okay? That's just my feeling, okay? I don't feel like that's really possible for you. That doesn't even feel like you. Tauruses are very slow and careful. So if you jump into a relationship at the end of May, early June, I'd be very surprised, okay? Message me if you do, okay? I'd be very surprised. But some of you, though, irregardless, some of you, it just is sort of like you've been going through a hard time. It's possible for some of you have had a relationship that actually has been working. It may have been kind of troublesome, or you may have had other circumstances kind of happening. But in the end, things are okay. Those of you who are married and not getting a divorce, things may turn out in the end okay. I feel like some of you may be more concerned about money and security, and things will be, like I said, things will turn out all right in the end, especially because you have the abundance and love card at the end. Really positive. Really great for you guys. So anyways, feel free to email me. This is a general reading, guys, just so you know. So feel free to email me if you'd like a private reading. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I'd love to get you scheduled. So thanks so much, and I'll be back again for my June readings, right around June 1st, probably. So, all right, and I'm using this main Shadowscapes deck. So, anyways, I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.